right, today we're going to be writing and graphing inequalities. All right, this is 8-6. So first I want to go over some vocabulary. So an inequality is a mathematical statement that uses the less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, okay, to create a true statement. All right, so let's go ahead and look at, today we're going to be graphing. So we're going to look at what that means. So an open dot, or sometimes I might say circle, right? So I have an open dot. What does that look like? Well, if I have this on a number line, I have x is greater than 2. This is an open dot because it doesn't equal it, okay? So when it's not equal to it, we don't color it in. As you can see here and here, they are colored. Okay, and I'll go over that in just a second. So x is greater than 2. The open circle indicates that 2 is not a solution. But everything after 2 is a solution because x is greater than 2. So in this case, an open dot would work for greater than or less than. Okay? A closed dot is when, or the closed circle indicates that 2 is the solution, or whatever dot that where it's at, it's the solution, so it includes that number. So you'd color that circle in when graphing. So in this case, x is greater than or equal to 2. So the difference is this is colored in because it includes it, and then it goes to the right because it is greater than. Okay? This one is just the dot, it's equal to it, and that's the only thing, is not greater than or less than, so it's just the point there. So to use a closed dot, you can use it with greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, or just equal to. All right, so today we're going to be graphing the inequality x is greater than 5. So the first step is that you need to draw and label the number line. So I need to know, I like to put my numbers in the center, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put the 5 in the center. And then I'm going to put another number here. So what's after 5? I'll do 6. And before 5 is 4. Okay? And then the next thing, do we need an open dot or a closed dot? Well, x is greater than 5. It's not equal to it, so it is an open dot. So we're going to do open, which means just the circle at 5. Okay? Next, we need to choose if it's true or false, which way would go. Okay? So x is greater than 5. I'm going to rewrite x is greater than 5 down here. Is 4 greater than 5? No. So this is not true. So that doesn't work. X is greater than 5. Oops, sorry. Yeah, x is greater than 5. And then I'm going to plug in 5. X is greater than 5. No, that's not true. Now I'm going to do 6. So instead of x, I'm putting 6. 6 is greater than 5. Is that true? Yes. I should have put the x here. Sorry. So, and then 6 is greater than 5. So this is true. So this is a yes. So that means that it is going to my right. So because this is true here, you can put true if you want instead of yes. That means that this here, I kind of like to make it a little bit darker. And then I write my arrow. Some people like to not mess up their number line, and they like to put it above it also like this. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and go on to our next problem. All right, example 2. Graph the inequality in is less than -10. So the first step is I need to draw my number line. Okay? So I have n is less than or equal to -10. So I want to put my -10 in the center. Now I'm going to go ahead and put another number. So what is after a -10 or becoming more positive? So -9, right? So this would be 0 right here, right? -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10, right? And then what comes next? -11. All right, so now once I draw my number line, I need to figure out, is it an open or closed dot? Well, this is equal to it, so it does include it. So it is a closed dot. So I'm going to color it in. I'm going to go ahead and circle closed dot. All right, and then the third step is if it's true or false. So I'm going to go ahead and write n is less than or equal to negative 10. I'm going to substitute the negative 11. So negative 11 is less than or equal to negative 10. Is negative 11, remember this is the less, right? And this is greater than. So the more you go to the right, it becomes greater. The more left becomes less, okay? So negative 11 is less than negative 10, so this is true. Let's go ahead and write my inequality. Negative n is less than or equal to negative 10. I'm going to plug in my negative 10 is less than or equal to negative 10. Is that true? It is, because they're equal. It's less than or equal to. So since they're equal, it works. Okay? And then the next one, negative 9 is less than or equal to negative 10. Does this work? No, it does not. This is false. Okay? So we don't want to color anything in that is not false. So we're going to color or go the direction where it's true. So it's true going to the less than. So I'm going to take this dot and I'm going to extend it this way. And I'm going to color in my arrow going this way. You can also make sure that you can do it above if you want, but you don't have to do it that way. So you can do it this way or this way. Don't do it both ways though. Okay? So if you're really good with making it darker, then you can go ahead and do it that way. Okay? Let's go on to the next problem. All right, here's example 3. This is a word problem. So let's go ahead and read it. So traffic on a residential street can travel at speeds of no more than 25 miles per hour. So that means it needs to be less than 25, right? Write and graph an inequality to describe the possible speeds on the street. So we need to draw the number line. So we have 25 miles per hour is my important number, okay? The next thing we need to do is it open or closed? Well, we have to figure out what the inequality is. So let's go ahead, we'll say traffic, we'll say T, right? And we don't want it more than 25, so it's going to be less than 25. Can it be 25 miles per hour? Yes, it can. So it's going to be less than or equal to 25. All right, so now we need to do an open dot or a closed dot. Since it's equal to it, it's going to be a closed dot. All right. Now we need to figure out if it's true or false. So what's the number before 25? It's 24, and the number after 26. All right. So let's figure out what's true. So I have T is less than or equal to 25. So T, so if I plug in 24 or substitute in 24 is less than or equal to 25, that is true. And in this case, we know that it is true, right, because we already did the closed dot, but let's go ahead and show. So 25 is less than or equal to 25, right? So this is true. All right, and then our last one is 26. So I'm going to rewrite my inequality and substitute in 26 for T. So is 26 less than 25? No, it's not. So this is not true, so this is false. So which direction is it going to be going, my number, my inequality? It's going to be going this way on my graph. So I draw my arrow. I like to make it nice and big, nice and thick. Okay? All right, So this is the graph of t is less than or equal to 25. So these are all the speeds. Anything that's less than 25 or equal to it would work. Okay, let's go on to the next problem. All right, here's our next one. This is a you try. So I want you to come up with your inequality statements, and then go ahead and tell me which inequalities would work, or actually graph the inequalities, okay? So I want you, swim practice will be no more than 10 laps. So I'm going to go ahead and show you this one, and then you guys can work on these two. So let's just say swim practice will be no more than 10 laps. So I'll just say S is swim practice. So swim practice will be no more than 10 laps. So it has to be less than 10 laps. Does it include 10 laps? Yes. So it can include 10 laps. So then I want you to include your graph. You put 10 here, 11, and then 9. And then you'd see which way is true, right? So you do S is less than or equal to 10. And then you'd say 9 is less than or equal to 10. This is true. This would be 10 is less than or equal to 10. That's true. And then 11 is less than or equal to 10. This is false. So this is true. So I include it, and it goes to the left. Okay? So you go ahead and try number 2 and number 3. And that is it for today for graphing and writing inequalities. All right, see you guys later. Bye.